we bid farewell to a wrestling legend, news on the Rhodes family, and a possible new feud for the head of the table. All of this and more on a new episode of Shot of Brew. What's going on, party people? It's your bro, Yellow Boy, back like I never left, and this is a Shot of Brew, a show where you get a shot of news from the wrestling world from the previous week. But before we get it going, remember to like, share, and subscribe, and click that notification bell so you know what the bros are going to be doing next on the channel for the people, you people. But without further ado, let's get to the news. The world mourns the loss of a wrestling legend, Antonio Inoki. So it was announced on Friday, September 30th, that legendary professional wrestler, politician, social activist, and the founder of New Japan Pro Wrestling, Antonio Inoki, passed away after his battle with amyloidosis. I hope I'm saying that right. He was 79 years old nonetheless. Just a little bit about Inoki. He was born in Yokohama, Japan in 1943. Inoki then moved to Brazil with his family at the age of 13. He made his wrestling debut on September 30th, 1960 under his birth name of Kanji. Now, he was renamed Antonio in Brazil. He went on to form New Japan Pro Wrestling in January 1972 before having his first event on March 6th of the same year. Now, for those that know, Inoki's earliest rival and former tag team partner, Giant Baba, also went on to become a promoter. Now, on June 26, 1976, Inoki broke new grounds when he went up against Muhammad Ali in the Nippon Budokan, which went on to name the birth of MMA. Inoki blended in-ring versatility with charisma, which made him a very well-known name in the industry. After his retirement in 1998, Inoki went on into the political arena where he established the Sports and Peace Party and won elections into the Japanese House of Councilors. He also served 2 terms in the Japanese Diet. So that was a little bit about Inoki. Bros here want to send condolences to family, friends, and fans of this amazing legend. There are very few that have made more contributions to pro wrestling and the world of sports entertainment than the one and only Antonio Inoki. Special acknowledgement goes to NewJapanProWrestling.com for all of the historical information. Now, it's difficult to go and segue from that to something else, but let's go and talk about the Rhodeses. Now, Cody Rhodes has not been seen on the screen since his torn pec injury and hasn't been in AEW since early 2022. Now, per a report from Fightful.com, info regarding Cody's exit from AEW has come about. Fightful spoke with Warner Brothers Discovery sources and was told that there were multiple efforts made to retain Cody in AEW as he maintained good rapport with Warner Brothers Discovery through the shows he had created. The Big Show, Rose to the Top. It was reported that the deal with WWE was also only made a few weeks before WrestleMania, despite WWE considering his deal a foregone conclusion. Now, there was no ill will between Cody Rhodes and Warner Brothers Discovery, and Rhodes had told those who had asked that it was just time to leave the territory. Now, with Brandy Rhodes, Fightful.com also reported that she had participated in some matches at the Performance Center this past summer. Now, Brandy is considered a free agent even though her husband is signed to WWE. Brandy was hopeful, reportedly, that WWE could integrate with Culture City as she is a board member with that organization. Similar to Cody Rhodes, Brandy while she doesn't stay in regular contact with those at Warner Brothers Discovery, they're said to have a cordial relationship. In both cases, however, Warner Brothers Discovery has said that they are happy with AEW despite, all this that's going on between them and their relationship with the Rhodes, but they are happy with AEW, especially in the recent months. Moving on, there's a possible new feud in store for Roman Reigns. Now, from Andrew Ravens of WrestlingNews.com, Reigns worked a rare house show the weekend of September 24th in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada, against the phenomenal one, AJ Styles. Now, usually WWE uses the house show circuits to workshop future storylines or feuds before taking them on to television. Now, Reigns has an upcoming title match at Crown Jewel against Logan Paul. However, he is promoted to be at Survivor Series in Boston. However, there's been no opponent named yet. So maybe with them facing up on the house show circuit, Styles versus the head of the table can be maybe a fun feud leading into a outright banger matches. Both of them are great workers. But we will continue to keep an eye out on this and see if this is actually the case. Now finally, does AEW have their eye on a former New Japan Pro Wrestling champion? Now, for those of you who watched this previous week on AEW Dynamite, we've seen AEW World Champion Jon Moxley defend against Juice Robinson. Now, via PW Insider, it was reported that there was a massive interest in bringing in Juice Robinson as often as possible and making him a regular for the company. Now, as many may know, earlier in the week, Robinson announced that he was parting ways between himself and New Japan Pro Wrestling. He had spent 7 years representing the company. Robinson went on to state in an interview with Sports Illustrated that New Japan Pro Wrestling is in the rearview mirror and that he is totally free right now. He furthered that he would fight whoever, wherever, whenever he wants to fight, as long as it's the right match against the right opponent on the right night of the week. So this kind of alludes that Juice Robinson is open to the idea of AEW proposing a deal for him if they can reach an agreement. Now, if signed, Robinson would join his wife, Toni Storm, who is currently working for AEW. And ladies and gentlemen, that, dear friends, has been the news. And remember to like this video if you like what you're seeing. Follow us on all of our social media platforms. There will be a link to the Linktree description, or a link to our Linktree in the description below. And if you want to follow myself, you can always go to my Twitter at BadassYellowBoy. That's BADAZZ_YELLABOI. Also check out our 60-second sips on the channel, led by Over Here Boy. And if you want to follow Over Here Boy, you can follow him at all social media platforms at Over Here Boy, all one word. If you want to follow Hogzwars, you can follow him at womblersausage.com. Just kidding. But this will do it for the news today. We want to thank you. Please remember to share, put things in the comments, let us know how we're doing. Look for us on our Twitch channel. I know we haven't been active as much, but we're going to try to do something here and there. If you want up-to-date news with what's going on in the major wrestling outlets, come look for us on Instagram. We always post stuff there. Just thank you for those who are tuning in. Thank you. Make sure the only way that we can keep doing this is that you give us likes and that you share and just help the algorithm, the almighty algorithm, because if we don't have the likes and we don't get to watch, we don't get pulled up in the algorithm, therefore you won't be able to see us. So please make sure you're doing those things for us. Again, thank you. This has been Yellow Boy. This has been a shot of brew. And as always, with the shot, we'll see you next time.